And I know that sounds awful, but yeah, as women get older, their value decreases. Whereas, like, I see that. Look, go ahead. Go. I mean, go ahead. Give us your take
I
on
think
it.
that's pretty terrible saying that women's values decrease as a person, but men's. It's such a horrible way to look at human beings. I don't know.
Biology is
No, but
is
that's
number
realistic
one.
though. Think about this, right? When you get older, your pool of options for men decreases. And think about this: when you get older as well, having kids is a lot harder. Things slow down. Your beauty starts to fade away as well. But
Wrinkles.
men, when they get older, they become more regal. They become more successful for the most part
If they do the work.
if they do the
A
work.
lot of guys become old and are still losers. So
And
that doesn't
a lot of women
matter.
prefer mature older men because they're already set in their ways. They're very successful. So it's a different dynamic for guys versus girls.
You don't think women mature and grow into themselves too as well?
No.
Like become more successful with time, and men can stop being able to have children as well.
See, they can, but let's be honest here.
Yeah.
What do
Men
men?
can bust nuts till the day they die.
I was about to say, like, we can go for like
But
years.
will it work though?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time.
You can.
I forgot who got kid at 60 years old. Some.
Wait, are you talking about erectile dysfunction or the semen?
Both,
Two different things.
maybe?
Well, you can always get erectile
By-
dysfunction pills. That's fine. Get
Yeah.
up and then, but the point is the semen works. Whereas you're not going to be able to have a kid
Mm.
when you hit a certain age.
Shout
You
out to
can like freeze your eggs now.
Some women do that and spend a lot of money doing that, but this likelihood still
Yeah,
goes
it's
down
very
because
low
when they put the eggs back in you and you're older, you still are going to have a lower chance of bringing those children to term.
Yeah, but life isn't fair. Honestly,
Incubator's old.
Yeah, life isn't fair, and I know it sounds bad, but it's reality.
I think there's a lot of men out there that wouldn't say that women's value depreciates. I don't think that's all men. So I have hope for a lot of men.
See, they'll smash you, they'll tell you sweet
Yeah.
lies,
Yeah.
but they won't wipe you up.
Oh, baby
That's why there's a
girl,
lot of
you're
single
right.
older women out there that are like, damn, I can't find a man because they just want to smash and
I see
tell
you
you
on the
sweet lies.
podcast. You
We
always
brought
speak
it. We
facts.
brought many older women on the podcast,
And one cried actually.
one cried actually. And the thing is that it's
She was
easier for you
36.
to say this and think this way,
36.
right? Because you guys are young and attractive now. The world is your oyster, so you can't see anything else.
Yeah.
Right. And here's the other thing too. Women are smooth. Can we get a clean up in aisle 6?
Aisle 6 cleanup.
Yeah.
Aisle 6.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the thing is this: women are born with value. Men have to create it. So you have to preserve it the best you can. But it does go down eventually with time. Like that's just like men are measured on what kind of success do they bring. Are you confident? Do you make money? Are you successful? Whatever. Women are measured on their youth and beauty. And I know it sounds awful to say it that way, but that's the uncomfortable truth about how biology works. If you ask, there was a study done. They looked at men from 18 to 60, right? And what they found was men universally between the ages of 18 to 60 still preferred women between 18 to 24. So regardless of a man's age, he still is looking for the same demographic of woman. So I know it sounds terrible, but this is reality.
You guys think it should be that way, or you think that's wrong?
It's the way
See,
society's progressed for
We
millennia.
don't think it should be a certain way. We just accept how life really is. We
Okay,
don't.
but you think that's wrong though, or do you think that's right?
Here's the thing.
Life is unfair.
No. We gotta really, really like beat this into the ladies' heads. No, not literally. Reality is immoral. I'm gonna say that again. Reality is immoral. It's not right that there's people that are born handicapped. It's not right that there are starving kids right now in Africa. It's not right that you can get into a club for free while we have to pay. It's not right that you guys can make a career selling pictures on OnlyFans. It's not right that as a guy, right, we're physically stronger than you. It's not fair, right? Reality and life is immoral in general. So,
my feelings.
Yeah, should, could, or would be.
No, I'm just asking your opinion though. That's why.
My opinion is as I accept reality.
Yeah.
And when you accept the reality, you accept reality being immoral.
Yeah, personally, like I might feel like, okay, this is bad, but in reality, I have to accept it. I can't change life.
Women, whether they want to
Okay, so
accept
you
it or
think
not,
that.
women, whether they want to accept it or not.
We're realists. Like we don't try to like think how things should be. We say this is what it is. How do we adapt and make it better for ourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, because you just said yes, I think it's wrong. That's what I was asking you. So you think it's wrong that the world works like that, though?
No, I said life is unfair. I never said it was
No,
wrong.
he
No,
didn't
because
say-
you just I thought you
No.
just said that.
So
Yeah.
No, I said life is unfair. I never
You
said
said
it was wrong.
yeah, it's unfortunate that the world works that way. It's not like you said, it's not, things are not always perfect, things are not always right. So I'm asking you, do you think that that's right that people think about women in that way?
My personal opinion doesn't really matter because it is what it is. Like I can't change.
We deal in the what is.
How things
we
are.
deal in the what is, not the what ifs or what could be or what should be.
Yeah.
And the thing is that, like I said, women get the privilege to say that's not right, it could be, should be, would be, because you guys have all the leverage when it comes to dealing with the opposite gender early on when you're young and attractive.
Mhm.
So you can afford to have these Disney fairy tales in your head. Men can't.
Yeah, no, I was just asking because you guys were asking us if we had any questions for you. So that's
Oh.
my question to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
That's
No,
what I
I
was
mean, it's
asking
just-
you.
If I
Yeah.
think it's unfair,
I'm saying, yeah, do you think that it's wrong
Mhm.
that people think about women in that way? That's what I'm asking you.
I'm gonna say honestly, looking at it from an outside lens, I can't really comment on that because I don't really care.
Oh god. Then why'd you ask us to ask you questions?
I
No,
think
no, no.
it's-
That's my answer.
I think it's good that it's
Yeah.
that way
Okay.
because there's checks and balances to life. So it's wrong that men are born poor and have to become rich, and we don't get the same accesses and privileges that women do. So the only way to check and balance that is women are given their money up front and they have to spend it correctly, otherwise they die poor. Men are given no money up front and they have to work hard to create it, and if they do create it, then they get to have the abundance of options.
Yeah.
So whether we want to accept it or not, women are looked at as sex objects and men are looked at as success objects. And if you guys don't believe me, we have an entire porn industry, an OnlyFans industry, a strip club industry, no offense to you, where women are able to monetize on their sexuality. If things were fair, there'd be male strip clubs too. Last time I checked, ain't no Chippendale dancer making a quarter of what a female dancer makes.
Look, when I was broke working at Chick-fil-A, ain't nobody wanted me, right? I had to level up, you know what I'm saying? Be successful, learn how to invest, all that shit at the very beginning. And now that I made it to a certain level, that was easier. But was that fair? Probably not, but I had to make it work. Same thing with men and women. Like, yeah, you might be looked at as a sex object, but like, it's what it is. You got to either adapt with it or complain, but that's all you really can do.
Yeah.
Adapt or complain.
Yeah, men complain when they're young and can't get girls. Women complain when they're older and can't get a husband.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I
true.
think just going back to the question though, I think it's a little unfortunate that you guys don't want to at least even just say that you think that it's wrong, the reality is wrong. Because look, that the fact that that's the reality, that's the reality. Of course, yeah, I see that. But the fact that you guys just can't answer my question and say
Because
yes, I
men
think
are
it's wrong.
objective.
It's a little telling. And you know what? You guys are saying the whole time that we don't want to answer questions, but you guys didn't even answer my question. So
We did
we just
answer it.
did
No,
multiple
we told
times.
you,
you
we
guys,
told you we
you
don't
said
have
no
an opinion.
comment. Multiple times you guys said, I can't
Yeah.
comment on that. No comment.
No,
But that's fine if
We
No,
just
we
gave
just told
you
you.
a
We literally gave you an
long
answer.
ass answer
You just don't like
Maybe-
the answer.
of why reality is
Yeah.
the way it is.
But if
I
you
hope-
would have asked us, we would have been like, okay, but what do you think? What do you think? What's okay? But don't worry about what other people are outside of it. But how do you?
This is the
feel?
difference between how men and women think. This is a perfect example right now. Guys, take your fucking
Yeah.
notebooks down. Notice how we said we accept the reality, right, for what it is. Fuck our feelings. We accept it for what it is.
Yeah.
You guys want us to get on the female lens and feel it's wrong or right.
Our hope.
And we're telling you that reality is immoral, so we don't care. Men aren't, our feelings are irrelevant. We accept objective reality. So, how do I feel about this? We don't feel anything. We accept it.
I understand the reality, but this was a segment. This was the part of the show that you guys were saying, "Do you have any questions for us?" And I was asking you
answered it.
for your opinion, and you guys were saying, "Oh, I can't comment on this." Maybe you guys should just watch this podcast back and see what I was saying because I feel like you guys are not understanding, or you just don't want to. You don't want to say the words, which I understand because this is what your podcast like relies on. This is your whole basis of your podcast. You guys are like reframing misogynistic ideals for modern men to consume and be okay with. So, but that was my question. And
can
if
you
you guys
tell
didn't want to
us-
answer it,
What
that's
was
fine.
What was misogynist?
Yeah, can you tell us what was misogynistic about the podcast?
Please tell us.
You guys can just scroll through your Instagram page, you guys.
Can you tell us what was misogynistic?
Just one thing.
One thing.
Yeah,
Because that's a pretty serious claim.
It is.
That's a pretty
You guys have
assertive
your
claim.
preferences and you guys have your preferences, which is fine, but there are definitely some misogynistic tendencies you guys have, especially throughout
Can
your
you tell us
Instagram
what it is
page.
then?
Yeah, for example, on one of your posts, I believe you said there was an example that you wanted to hook up with a girl. She didn't want to hook up with you, which is fine. Like you
Mhm.
said, it was fine.
Yeah.
But I had to put her in her place.
Hmm.
So I said, okay, guys, if a girl doesn't want to hook up with you, that's fine, but put her in her place. You got to call another girl in front of her and let her know, like, it just seems like in that little video I saw, it's like your ego is so hurt by the fact that a woman doesn't want to sleep with you that you have to go out of your way to disrespect disrespect her instead of just leaving her apartment and going. You have the freedom to do what you want to do. You want to go sleep with 5 girls after her? That's fine. But it's just like, you guys definitely have those misogynistic tendencies, and I see it in your comments, girls. Going off in your comments, and it's just like, but I get it. This is the basis of your podcast. This is why guys watch your podcast. Your fan base is just like you guys, you know, a lot of the time, I'm sure. But I mean, it's interesting to hear, and I thank you for inviting me. And
All right,
you know,
so hold
it
on.
was
No, no,
great.
no. I gotta rebut that real quick.
No, of course, yeah.
So, okay. So when a woman says, I don't want to have sex, is she's making a boundary essentially, right? She's saying she doesn't want to have sex, right? So what is wrong with me also having a boundary and saying, if you don't want to have sex, now you no longer get my attention, leave? What is wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so how is that misogynistic that I'm exerting a boundary as well in response to her exerting her boundary?
No, saying to leave is fine. I'm saying, you said that you're like, no, guys,
Put her in her
if she,
place,
you got to
yeah.
put her in her place. You got to put her in her place, and in that moment, you got to call girl in front of her. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I said, no, I said, I'll call a girl in front of her.
Yeah.
But the point is that you need to remember, keep in mind that I'm teaching men, not women.
Mhm.
So what a lot of guys will do is they'll let the girl sit there and continue to get their non-sexual attention and think it's okay.
And hope.
Reinforce.
Oh yeah.
You're reinforcing undesirable behavior from the woman, and you're letting her know it's acceptable for you to withhold sex from me. And what I'm telling men is, no, that's not acceptable. Kick her out of your house. Just like you have the ability to exert your boundary. I don't want to have sex. I don't feel comfortable. Cool.
That's fine.
On the male side, I don't feel comfortable hanging out with you anymore now. You have to leave. The problem is this, ladies. Anytime a man exerts a boundary, right, of what he wants from a woman, especially if it's sexual, it's considered misogynistic. So in other words, it's okay for women to say what they want from men, but it is not okay for men to say what they want from women. And what we simply tell guys is, you have the option to kick her out too. You don't have to sit there and tolerate her leveraging sex against you for compliance. That is not misogynistic. Do you know what the definition of misogyny is?
I'm saying that's not you telling her to leave or you leaving is not
what does misogyny mean?
misogynistic.
What does misogyny mean?
Misogyny, it's like you know, being against women in general.
No, it is the hatred and or contempt of women.
Yes, thank
Where
you
do
for
we
that
say we hate
dictionary
women?
definition.
Please tell us where.
Where do we hate women?
Where?
Where do you hate women?
Yes.
Is that the only definition of misogyny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why
Interesting.
which
It's
is
a
why
very, very strong words.
it's a very yeah, that's a
And
very
you've also-
serious accusation. So if you're going to say that, then back it up with we have no problem
Yeah,
with
I mean,
you
I
saying we're
just
misogynists.
gave you a whole example. You can play it back on the podcast later if you want to listen to it again. But you've even called a woman a bitch on your podcast live. Sorry for saying the B word.
Hold
by
on.
the way, but
How does me exerting a boundary show that I hate women?
Maybe she meant patriarchal, not so
No,
much
no,
misogynistic.
Let her answer it.
Let her answer it.
Not you.
Wait, if we call
I
someone
already
the B word-
explained it wasn't the fact that you were setting a boundary. You were saying in the video, oh, I have to put a woman in her place because she doesn't want to have sex with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and call a woman in front of her just to make a point and make her feel disrespected. And it's just like that type of behavior is just so unnecessary. If your ego is that hurt that a woman doesn't want to sleep with you, then just leave or just tell her to leave. Like, why do you have to be disrespectful like that? And then like on another video, you were on live calling a woman a bitch. It's like I just think that's a little disrespectful, very disrespectful.
Okay. So there's a couple things that here. So number one, by telling a girl to leave, that does not mean that I hate women.
I didn't say that.
That's what misogynistic means. It means
That's-
you hate women.
That's what you're saying, basically.
I didn't say because he told her to leave. That's misogynistic. I'm saying he was saying that guys, you got to put women in their place. Like if we're some submissive dogs that need to be put in our place, like no, we don't.
Who leads relationships, men or women?
Who leads relationships? Of
Yeah.
Men most of the time, yeah.
Okay. So by asserting dominance, what are you doing? You're taking leadership of the relationship, right? Or the interaction, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're asserting dominance, which is what men should do and what makes men attractive in the first place. So attraction isn't moral, as I said before. And nowhere in there did I say I hate women by exerting a boundary. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with a woman saying I don't want to have sex. And it's also nothing wrong for me to say you need to leave and I'm going to call another woman. I'm in my own home. I can do what I want. If I want to call a woman in front of her, that's whatever. But that in no means I'm a misogynist.
I'm saying the way you talk
kinda
about
lame.
women. Yeah, and it's just I'm saying the way the way you were saying it. Oh, if a woman doesn't want to have sex with you, men, you have to put her in her place.
Okay,
Like
we gotta
I
use
hate
logic here.
repeating myself.
You're going
So-
you're going off of feelings. Like
So it's,
You
it's
f-
not
you-
what he said, it's how he said it, right?
No, it is what he said. He said what he said in the video. You guys can play it or rewatch it. I don't know what you want to do. And like I said, you've called women a bitch. The B
when did
word.
I call a
on
woman
your-
a bitch?
When?
It's on your Instagram page. I saw it yesterday.
Okay, so hold on.
What she do? That
Hold on. Yeah, because that's the thing.
Yeah.
I've called men bitches. I've called women
Yeah.
bitches. I've called I've insulted everyone. Here's the thing that you don't like. Women have fought for equality. Therefore, they're equal and they can make their own decisions, correct? From a society standpoint, right? Same rights, same privileges, whatever. I can't think of a right or a privilege that a woman has that a man doesn't. I can find privileges that women have that men
A
don't.
lot.
So, with that said, women are free to make their choices. The difference is that there's consequences to these choices. You don't want to have sex? Cool. Now you must leave. Nothing misogynistic about me exerting a boundary just like she did. Number 2, calling a woman a bitch. Under what context? Because if a woman is acting rude or crass, she can be called a bitch just like any other woman and or any other man. I insult everyone the same. I've kicked men off this show. I've kicked women off this show. So calling a woman, women don't get privilege for being women just to act ridiculous and not be called out on it. If I call a woman a bitch, under what context was it? She probably did something wrong for me to call her that. Are you a misogynist because you refer to other women as bitches? I'm sure you have referred to other women as bitches. Are you a misogynist for that?
When women refer to other women as bitches, it's like, oh hey bitch. It's not like you're a fucking bitch. Like, no, sorry.
Okay, have you never called a woman a bitch in a degrading form? To shit on her, or you fucking bitch? You've never done that.
Of course I've called a woman
Are you a
B word
misogynist?
before. No, but
Okay.
I'm trying to say that in that video, what you were doing is like, it seems like your ego was so hurt that the girl didn't want to sleep with you that you have to go out of your way to call a woman in front of her just to make her feel bad. And like you were talking about women in a way that you have to teach them a lesson if they don't want to sleep with you. And it's just like, why can't a woman just not want to sleep with you because she doesn't want to sleep with you?
And that's okay, but
and you
there's
don't have to take
consequences to that.
why should there be consequences if I don't want
Okay,
to
hold on,
sleep
hold
with
on.
you?
If you don't want to sleep with me, why should I continue to give you attention?
You
You're not
just-
entitled to my time or my attention. That's the problem. So women are not entitled. I'm going to say that again. Women are not entitled to a man's time, attention, or resources if she does not want to reciprocate on her end and give him sexual access. You are not entitled to it. And for a man to exert boundaries and say, listen, you got to get out and or call another woman in front of her, it doesn't matter. You no longer want to give what the man wants. He's within his right to kick you out any way he sees fit, just like you are within your right to withhold sex from him.
Like you just said there should be consequences if a woman doesn't want to sleep with you. That
Yes.
is so troubling. Like
How's that
that
troubling?
is just, you don't see how that's weird? Like that's just weird.
So it's okay for you to have multiple dates with a guy.
Consequences?
Hold on. It's okay for you to go on multiple dates with a guy, right? Pay for everything, and you never sleep with him. That's okay too, right?
Wait, I'm
So-
sorry. Is he entitled to having sex with me just because he takes me on dates?
No, I'm saying if you go on multiple dates with a guy, right, and you feel like, you know what, I don't want to give him sex. That's okay, right?
I think you should do whatever you want to do on guys, and like sexually, if you don't want to have sex with a man after 5 dates, you don't have to.
Perfect. So if he wants to call a girl in front of you, that's his prerogative, right?
Of course. I'm just saying he was saying to do that as a consequence because that's
to
that's
shame
yeah,
the
to
woman?
shame a woman. It's
Well-
because you're not having sex with me,
well,
I'm gonna call someone and make you feel some type of way.
Yes,
It's
because the consequence is him calling a girl. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the same thing as a girl, punching a guy from not having sex.
punching a guy. You said?
No,
Punishing.
punishing.
Oh, punishing a guy.
The point is that it's okay for women to withhold sex from men with zero consequence, but it's not okay to kick out girls and or hold them to some kind of consequence when they don't want to give sex.
You can do whatever you want. I just
Exactly.
think
Right.
in the video that I'm talking about, you guys were saying it in a very disrespectful way, saying that there should, and like you just said, there should be consequences if she doesn't want to sleep with you. It's like, at the end of the day, I'm sorry, guys are not entitled to your body, like regardless how
Cool,
many
and you're
dates
not
you go
entitled
on.
to a man's time.
Yeah, and
It
if
sound-
you, sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead. I've
It
been talking
sounds
too much.
rapey. I get what you're saying, but he probably didn't mean it in that way,
Hmm.
But it does sound a little rapey, just a little bit.
No. See,
Yeah.
this is the thing.
Man.
And this is why this podcast is so important.
Yep.
Guys, this is the reality of the world. Women want to be able to exercise the discretion to give you sex anytime they see fit, but they don't want you to exercise the discretion to withdraw attention and or time at any time you see fit when you no longer get what you want.
That's not what I'm saying.
No, I literally said she doesn't want to give me sex, she's got to leave. But you guys have a problem with that when I say there's consequences. Just like it just
No, I'm saying the manner in which you're going about it and saying that women have to be, like I said, like have to be punished. Like there's consequences because you
Yes.
don't want to have sex with me. That I have to make you
if
feel
a
bad
woman does
because you
not
don't want to have
forgive
sex
you
with
desired
me.
behavior, you should punish that
And
bad behavior.
and you were talking about women as if we're like these dogs that have to be submissive and like trained into being these submissive creatures that, you know, it's like there's just something wrong with that to me.
I
Well,
mean,
just so you know, right? Most Western women are not feminine at all.
Mhm.
So to be a part of a man's lifestyle, hey, she may need to be trained to be feminine. So like
Mhm.
that's normal. So women in
yeah,
Colombia.
you know, we should play the video.
Oh,
We should play the
it.
video.
Let's play it. I'm
Let's
down.
get the video and play it. We got 11,000 live viewers. Because here's the thing: if you're gonna call someone a misogynist, then you never need to be able to back it up. So we will give you the access to the video. Which video was it? Let's go on our Instagram
TikTok.
and pull it up. Was it
I think
TikTok?
I think it was TikTok. We posted on Instagram.
Okay.
I think
Okay,
so.
So is it on IG?
Yeah. So go
Yeah,
to
it's on IG
Fresh and
'cause she
Fit.
went- yeah, I guess it's on IG somewhere. We're gonna go on the Fresh and Fit one. And here's the thing: like I said, this isn't to attack you or anything, but it's just like if you're gonna make a claim and say someone's a misogynist, which is a pretty
And look,
yeah, that's a pretty serious
I
accusation.
get how you feel, but to say misogynistic, man, that's a
No, look,
whole
and
nother
You
dynamic.
guys may think at like obviously it sounds like I'm being very harsh right now, but I'm not saying you guys are flat out gonna be saying misogynistic things like, oh, women ain't, you know, shit, whatever. But
Hmm.
I'm saying I can tell that you guys have a lot of misogynistic tendencies in the way you think, maybe, and like
Oh, really?
I feel like you guys should be a little, I don't know, just be a little open minded to that. I think. I mean, there's nothing wrong with like being open minded to your flaws sometimes. I think everyone should be.
So you're saying that we hate women, basically?
I didn't. When did I say that?
Misogyny
you
is the hate of women.
Yeah, you're
I
literally
said
saying that.
you're taking this to the extreme. I said that you guys, just like a lot of men, have some misogynistic tendencies, and I think you should be open to like maybe understanding some of your flaws. Just like, you know, I should be open to understanding my flaws. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We can all improve in a lot of
Okay,
ways.
but we're asking you. You said we're
Come
misogynists.
down, Chris.
Yeah, you guys have.
Okay, so all right, let's
Come down a little
which
bit.
video is it? Which one?
Come down. Some more. I think it's a TikTok
Which one is it?
Come down.
It was on Instagram. I forgot what it was called.
Come down. Come down. You got one of the older ones. Come down. Come down.
Damn. So you scroll all the way down to find a video?
I don't remember exactly where it was.
Okay, come down. Come down.
I'm still trying to
Oh.
figure.
I think it's this one here.
Was it this one?
Sure.
Yeah.
Was
No,
it
no.
the I don't want to have bedroom fun.
Yeah, that
Is that one it?
On left hand
I
side, Chris.
think I'm not sure.
That one, yeah.
Is this one it?
Play.
All right.
This is it.
This is it, right?
When a girl's at your crib and she says, "Oh, I don't want to have any bedroom fun," totally cool. You can't get mad. You basically get up, say, "All right, no problem," and you're gonna go call another girl, okay? And then what's gonna happen is she's gonna hear you talking to another girl. Competition anxiety spikes, and then you're gonna come back and you're gonna tell her, "Listen, I respect your boundaries. I understand you don't want to have any bedroom fun, but I got my needs, and I'll see you later." And you tell her to leave. Simple as that, guys. Never, ever let a girl leverage bedroom fun against you to try to get some compliance. She's within her right to not give you the fun, but you're within your right to get the fun from somebody else. Don't be stupid. Don't chase, replace.
Okay. What part about that was misogynistic? Please tell me, because that to me makes common sense. If you don't want to have sex with me, cool. It's in your right. You can leave if you want to. But guess what? I got my rights as well. I want to get laid. Hey, Susie, what's up? Come
Of
through.
course.
What's wrong with that?
So what is
Yeah, and
misogynistic about that
Of course,
video?
no. You have your right to whatever you want to do after that. But I'm saying, you don't see the part in the video where he's like, you said you have to manipulate the woman just because she play these mind games because she didn't want to have sex with you. Yeah, like give her anxiety, like literally give a woman
I wish
anxiety
somebody
because
would
she
try to give
doesn't.
me anxiety.
Yeah, because she doesn't want to have
I'll
sex
leave.
with you. You said it in the
There's no manipulation.
in the video. You just said it.
Yeah.
She can
Sorry, Michael.
leave at any time. What do you say? Respect her boundaries.
Yep.
She can leave. What
Did you
part
not
that?
hear it? Did you not hear the video? He
Yeah,
said
competition
you
anxiety.
want you have
Everything.
to create a competition anxiety. So you want to give a woman anxiety because she doesn't want to have sex with you?
It's
Come on.
weird. Yeah.
Okay,
on.
obviously you don't understand how women work.
You said it
right?
in the video. I mean, your
But I
viewers
get
can
the
see it for
point of the
themselves.
video too, where like if that's what you're looking for, just to hook up, the other person has to respect that.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
if you tell
Well,
them
clearly
it's okay to
they don't
leave,
respect it because you guys are saying we're
But it's
misogynists for exerting
also-
that boundary.
you should be tactful. Like when you talk to people, like you have to be. You don't have to, but it's the right thing to do to consider their feelings. You could be like, hey.
She clearly doesn't consider
you
my
don't have
feelings.
to call her in front of the
Oh,
girl.
here's the thing, here's
you
the
could just
thing.
be like, hey, can
Why?
I gotta do something.
Why should I
Can you
respect
leave?"
her feelings when she's not giving me what I want? She's not respecting my feelings. So why should that's the problem. Women want it one-sided. I want you to treat me like a princess regardless of whatever. I want you to give me the attention, whatever. But when a man puts his foot down and says, listen, I have boundaries too, and I have requirements as well. You don't want to fuck it out.
That's what.
And I was
mean,
very polite about it too. But if I call another
Right.
girl, right? Here's the thing: I can't choose how a woman feels.
it's fine that
If I call another
know.
girl, it's called competition anxiety, which means other girls want guys that other women want to be with. So if I call another girl and she feels competition anxiety, it's not my fault that she feels that way. I'm doing what I'm gonna do. How she feels is irrelevant to me.
Right. It's fine that she does,